everybody. It's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Y'all caught me right in the middle of putting my good old Stella Rose down. It's going to be a long night of reviews. I hope you all can jump in and catch them all. But up first, our show is back. Netflix Love is Blind. I'm already hooked. Looking at the trailer, I was like, I don't know. It didn't look like enough black people for me. And it just didn't look like it was going to be the same vibe of last year, or it wasn't even last year, last season. But once I settled into the first episode, got to know a few people, got to like a few people, I was like, okay, I'm here for this. I want to see how this plays out. And you all see, since we're doing Love is Blind and we're doing Ready to Love, I thought I would wear my little heart-shaped sweater. I love this sweater. I saw, it's like, oh, this is perfect for Valentine's Day. But as you can see, my breasts are so big, you can't even hardly tell it's a heart. It's just a little cutout, but it's supposed to be a heart. The love is in the air. Let's get into the show. So, Love is Blind. Hey, Inga girl. I see you in the comments. And, I got my trusty Stella Rose. So good. I took a couple of shots. It's Saturday. Y'all know I had a long work week. So I took a couple of shots and I said, let's have a good time on live tonight. Inga, you didn't finish it, but you will later. I only watched episode 1. When I review these shows on Netflix, if I'm not going to review multiple episodes on my lives, I'm not going to watch it because it's going to change the way I feel in the review if I'm only reviewing episode 1 and I done already watched all of them. So I only watched episode 1. I don't have any spoilers. So it's a new season. Everyone, Nick and his wife come in and say hey to everybody, and I'm already looking around the room and I was like, I don't see it this season, but let's give them a chance. So up first, the first couple who had a personality that interested me was Ayanna and Jared. They just seem like two upbeat people. They seem very fun. They have good energy, good chemistry. I liked Ayanna and Jared. They're just very outgoing people. And Jared just has a sexy voice. Like immediately when I heard his voice, I was like, okay, I like him. He's gonna definitely make it out of the pods into the main cast of the show because he just has a voice. I hope, like I said, I ain't watched the rest, but I hope Jared makes it out of the pods into the main part of the show. Hey Eric, I see you out. Eric, you watch Love is Blind. So I hope he makes it. Up next, I see Jared hops over with Mallory. So Mallory, I like. She's the one who's half Mexican and half Polish. And I heard she said she likes to go hang out and watch the Chicago Bears. So I'm like, okay, I hope Jared don't jump off Ayanna and go over to Mallory because they both live in the same city. That's something I always wondered. Like season 1, put it in the comments or the chat if you know. Was everybody from ATL? Like, did you have to be from Atlanta to be on Love is Blind season 1? Because it seemed like everybody already lived in ATL. So that wasn't an issue. Or maybe I was wrong. I don't remember. That was too long ago. But it seems like they got people from all over. And it would be an issue if I have to get engaged, reformat my life to a whole nother city for somebody I just met on TV. I don't know. You said your friend met Nick Lachey the other day, and he's very nice. He seems like a very nice person. Like, he's one of those boy banders who does good at hosting shows and things like that. I don't mind Nick Lachey. But, I don't know. That's just something that stuck out to me because I was like, okay, maybe they're both from Chicago. They might click up. And I really like Jared with Mallory. Girl, you got your Stella Rosa? I got my Stella Rosa. I know it's Stella Rosa. I call it Stella Rose. That's just me, but I do know the real name. Too much, but you drink margaritas. Girl, I love margaritas too. I love all kind of drinks, but if I can't go down that rabbit hole of all the drinks I like, because I got a new drink. I was gonna bring it upstairs. I might bring it up for Big Brother because I should have a little break in between Big Brother. I might bring it upstairs. It's this peach lemonade Smirnoff vodka. I took a couple of shots of that before I came up here. You could drink that straight. It is so good. But let's get back to Love is Blind. Now, the next person that interested me was Salvador. And I only seen Salvador on my screen one time, so I don't know if he makes it. I just liked his name. I thought that was a beautiful name, Salvador. I really like that. He's talking with Mallory. They were very boring. He was up there singing opera, and I was like, please stop. Please stop. I don't know what opera college he went to. He sounds a mess. And I think they just bonded on both being Mexican because he's Mexican and Mallory is half Mexican. But you need more than that just to meet with somebody. Now, up next are all the awkward questions of the episode, and some of these took me out. One person asked, because somebody is a real estate agent, I ain't write down all these names, these are just the questions. She was like, how many houses do you sell? Because if you sell a lot of houses, that means you attractive. I was like, girl, bye. Y'all don't watch these Beverly Hills real estate shows. These people are not attractive selling these houses, but we can move on from that. And then another person wanted to know, asked Mallory, well, are you Latina? Because he could hear Latina in her voice. And I was like, too much. A lot of these people were asking leading questions to try to get to how people look, or I caught the shade, how much people may weigh. That defeats the purpose of the show. That defeats the purpose of the show. Now, they got a couple of big girls this season. I have a feeling the big girls ain't going to find love. Like I said, I only watched episode 1. But I just have a feeling the big girl's not going to find any love. But let's move on. Somebody like punching drywall. I said, please get him off the show. One girl is in the room talking about, oh, I wish I looked like J-Lo. I said, girl, keep wishing. And she talking about, oh, I got these wedgies. And I'm like, girl, this man over here can hear you. He can hear you. And then another girl is bragging about her huge, I think her name is Trisha, her huge Instagram following. Like, oh, I got a lot of followers. I got a lot of friends. I can fit 20 people in my car. And I'm like, girl, a car or a bus? Who puts 20 people in a car on a regular? She must be a city bus driver. I don't know. When you get past episode 1, it's a lot. It's a lot? Oh, okay. That Indian dude Shake got, oh, we gonna get to Shake. We gonna get to Shake. I'm over the Instagram girl. Shake was the one asking people, hey, I like to buy girls' clothes. Tell me what size you were. I said, boo. You just looking for all the size 2, 4s, and 6s. Then Shake asked somebody, do you like working out? And she was like, that was one of the big girls. And she was like, not really. And then he was like, oh, well, I'm only attracted to people who like to work out. And I'm like, oh. Are we going to vote Shake off the show? That's the only thing missing with Love is Blind. We need to just start voting people out day one. Get him out my pod. I don't want to talk to him no more. And then there's somebody else who only like younger women. Let's get on. So now we up to the guy Shake. And I actually like his name. He was talking to the girl. I wrote her name down. I'm going to say it wrong. Is it the Peaky? The Indian girl. No disrespect. I can't say the name. I don't want to mess it up. But he pissed me off because he talking to this Indian girl, and I thought they were going to vibe off of having similar heritage, like both being in India and moving to the United States at a younger age. I thought we was going to get a vibe there. And he, hold up, I only like blondes. So I'm like, I don't watch enough TV to know most Indians have naturally black hair, like their hair is black. And you sitting up here telling this woman you only like blondes. Very shallow. I hope y'all not trying to tell me that this Shake guy is going to make it out of the pods. Because who is going to want to marry him? I don't know. But then old girl threw a curveball and was like, well, I only like white guys too. So we on the same boat. You like white girls, I only like white guys. And I'm like, both of y'all get off my TV. And then, what did he say? Because he pissed me off again. Okay. Then he asked, "Oh, girl, well, do you like going to concerts? You know, if you go to concerts, do you like getting on people's shoulders?" And she was like, "Yeah, I like to get on the shoulders." And he was like, "Well, would I have a hard time picking you up?" That's when Shake would have got cussed out. Even though that girl is tiny, he would have got cussed the fuck out. Like, you aren't here for the process. Every question he has is leading into how someone looks and how much they weigh. And I'm like, this is not the show for you. Love is supposed to be blind. If you can't fall in love with me for my personality and you gotta know how much I weigh, and if I got blonde hair down all of my head like I do, y'all see I got a little bit of blonde. I gotta get it recolored on Friday, but that's besides the point. Get him off the TV. So let's move on. So up first we have Shane and Natalie. Natalie is very successful. And she was like, "I don't like to brag about myself." And Shane is like, "Go ahead and brag about yourself, girl." And I was like, okay, I like that. But they're boring. They're boring. For some reason, they're each other number ones. And I said, okay, we playing Ready to Love over here. we That wind outside is loud. Can y'all hear that? And I gotta go out to the store later on tonight because we having a little mini Super Bowl party tomorrow. I love the Super Bowl, but that's besides the point. But what y'all thought about Shane and Natalie? I thought they were very boring, and by the end of the episode, we already see they done already broke up. Do they get back together? I hope not. But up next, Shane meets Shayna. Now I think that's cute. Shane and Shayna. Shane is very high energy. He seemed like a frat boy, somebody that would annoy me in real life, but I like him on TV. Shane and Shayna remind me so much of Barnett and Amber. I'm like, they're the new Barnett, they're the new Amber. So I like them. And I like their energy, the way they get along better than Shane and Natalie. Like, no offense, Natalie, you just a little bit of a snooze. Every time you came on my TV screen, I felt like I was in a job interview. Boring. No, Inga, girl, I was joking, Inga, girl. They don't get to vote people off, but I wish they could. I think by the end of it, Inga, either you make it out of the pods into the regular cast of the show where they go through their engagement process, meet the family and all that stuff. So if you don't make it out the pods, you're no longer on the show. But I wish they could vote people out. Shane is very much of a frat boy. You with me, Val? You wish they could vote people out too. Me too. Now let's get up to Trisha. Now Trisha is a mess. This the girl who got all the Instagram followers. So she say, we don't know your Instagram, girl. We don't know. She could be lying. But she seemed like the type that is centered around validation. Like, she seems like the type who has to put herself out there and be validated to have some kind of self-esteem. This Stella Rose so good. Trisha get on our TV and say she love everything about sex and it ain't nothing she ain't willing to do. So you already know all the guys want to hear that. But this ain't love is ready to, like, we ready to get out of here and have sex. This is, you supposed to meet a husband. You can meet any kind of man telling them you willing to do anything sexually. She back to having all the friends in the world. And she tells this one guy, ain't nobody in here competition to me. Like, I look too good. And the producers have to be like, girl, they can't see you. What you mean competition? Can't nobody see you? And I can see you. You ain't the baddest girl. You need to go back. You need to go back to the drawing board. You are not the baddest bitch. But she's very arrogant, so I don't like Trisha. I don't understand why she constantly talking about her Instagram followers. I wrote it down about 3 times. So let's move on from her because she aggravates me. Now up next, we to Danielle and Nick, and y'all already know if y'all watched episode 1. Danielle and Nick were the first to get engaged. And I like them. I put a star on my paper for them from the very first meeting. I said, I like them. What I didn't like about Danielle, and I still don't like about Danielle, is she's so insecure. Like, she has so many insecurities. I used to be fat. I wonder if they think my arm's too big. I wonder if they think I'm gonna gain the weight back. Like, girl, you ain't even have to used to be fat to gain some weight. As you get older, most people gain weight. And nobody cares. If that's your husband and you gain a little bit of weight, he's supposed to love you anyway. So, girl, you look good. You look real good. I want to say something shady, but I'm not, because I like Danielle and I like Nick. I feel like they have matching energy. They're both supposed to be empaths, people who can feel the emotions of others. So they're both very sensitive. And I just like, I feel like they would get along like a very nice, boring couple. Like, they ain't too entertaining on my TV screen, but I guess they gonna make it out the pods. We'll see. And I guess she attracted to him because he used to be a chubby kid too. I mean, y'all can exercise together. Now, Val, you say you agree about Danielle. She needs some therapy. I think so too. Because to me, insecurities are a turnoff. Like, when she was in that room talking about all her insecurities, I'm like, girl, this is a turnoff. Don't no man want to hear everything that's wrong with you. Tell them what's good about you. But she met the right one in Nick. He was here for it, I guess. Now we with Kyle and Shayna. The worst thing about Kyle is I didn't realize that was him. On my paper, I wrote Salvador and Shayna. So you know that's already not a match. I'm watching the show and I didn't know who he was. All I said about that little segment is I like Shayna's personality. So Kyle / Salvador, y'all better pick it up. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of the show, because I'm tired of talking about Shane, Shayna, and all them. It's a 3-way love affair in the pods. Shane likes Shayna and Danielle. Who do you all, not Danielle, what's the child name? Natalie. Who do you think is better for Shane? Y'all like Natalie or you like Shayna? I personally like Shayna. I think Shayna and Shane, one, it sound cute together, and two, they have matching energy. They're both very bubbly. Some people say opposites attract. I feel like when you first get to know somebody, opposites might not attract. Like, you have to have something in common with someone, then be like, okay, but we opposites and we attracted. Because I don't know. Shane tells Natalie, I'm your number one. I done wrote your name on my book and put a heart around it and told everybody we number ones. So Natalie goes in the house telling everybody, bragging. Well, Shane said I'm number one, so I don't know what he done put a heart on my name and everything else. I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting ready to get engaged. And she didn't say all that, but that's pretty much what she was saying. So Shayna in the back in her feelings. So the next day, she shows her jealousy. Like, oh, I heard you got a number one. What's up? And I'm like, Shayna, girl, you got to play it cool. This is a dating show. When it's a dating show, all you can do is worry about yourself. Put your best foot forward. Get to know the man. And if he choose you, he choose you. And the number one thing you women need to do on these dating shows is y'all need to have 2 or 3 options. Because these men got about 2 or 3 options. Okay, Shane don't like me. Let me go see what's up with Salvador or Kyle or whatever his name was. I don't understand why y'all getting jealous. Play the field. Get to know some other men. Put a heart and a name on your notebook. So at the end of that conversation, they kind of worked it out. And Shayna, it does seem like Shayna and Shane are very surface level. Like, so far in episode 1, they haven't went deep. where I guess Natalie and Shane kind of had deeper conversations because I believe he was talking about his father passing. I put it in my notes. I ain't put it in my notes, but I think he was talking about his father passing. Lord, I done choked on something. I see y'all in the comments. Y'all think Shayna is a better fit, and I do too. I like Shayna. So this is the best part of the episode for me. Y'all tell me what y'all think. So the next day in the pods, Natalie is already sitting in the pod, and Shayna come up in there. Not Shane come up in there. And she want to play coy and play cute. And, Shane is like, well, who is this in the pod? And Natalie was like, guess. And he was like, oh, it's Shayna. I've been waiting to talk to you all day. What's up, girl? And Natalie is now all in her feelings. I was cracking up. Where are my notes on this? Because I was cracking up. I ain't put it in my notes. Oh, yes, I did. So, I was cracking up because she all of her feels like, oh, you ain't recognizing my voice. She was like, this Natalie. What you mean is that Shayna? What you mean? I thought you playing games. You told me I was your number one and my heart is all on your notebook. And now you talking about Shayna. And Shane was real with her like, girl, we need boyfriend, girlfriend. What you talking about? He was like, look, we supposed to be dating around. I like both of y'all, and I'm trying to figure out which one of y'all I'm trying to marry. I was hollering at the TV. I said, girl, you played yourself. You played yourself. You thought this was your man. And Shane, I'm going to call BS a little bit. Natalie has such a boring, distinct voice. Like, she sounds like a manager. She sounds very professional in everything she does. I don't see how you thought Natalie was Shayna. You just had Shayna on your mind. But I was like, girlfriend, next time a man asks you who was this, just say, it's Natalie, boo. And then your feelings wouldn't have been hurt. That was so cringe. It was cringe. It was. I was like, ooh, you should have said your name. Yes, Natalie was gagged. And I was just, it was fun TV moment for me. So now Natalie is jealous. I believe one of them stormed out the room. It's like, I can't take this shit. I ain't got to take this. And I think that's when Nick stormed out the room. And Nick is ready to quit the show. So I'm like, maybe Natalie was his number one. Because Shayna in the house laughing. Shayna about to be gagged next. I ain't watched episode 2. I hope she be gagged next. Shayna in the house laughing that Natalie is crying over Nick. But I'm like, boo, he done left the whole show, which means he done left you too. So get ready to pack your bags as well. And that was the end of the episode. I mean, it really wasn't the end. Nick and Danielle got engaged. He gave her some corny ass notebook talking about we could write our life story together because they both come from divorced families. And I mean, he couldn't get on one knee and give her a ring, so I guess a notebook would do. And we off to next week. I'm really mad we didn't get to see them meet each other. They could at least let us see that episode 1. But tonight, once I finish all these lives, I'm gonna go back and watch episode 2 and 3, and I might review. No, I'm not even about to tell y'all this live. Tomorrow is the Super Bowl. I love football. As you can see, I'm in my son's Atlanta Falcons room. We love football. And even though I don't care who win the Super Bowl tomorrow, it's the last football game of the year. So I'm watching it. I'm going to be having some good drinks. My husband is going to barbecue. So I'm not doing any reviews tomorrow. That would be a lie if I say so. The only review I'm committed to is on Charles Warren's channel, Charles Warren Online, and we're going to do our drag race panel. And that's the only review I'm doing tomorrow. So I'll be back Monday for the rest of Love is Blind. Y'all done already put little hints in the chat that is good. It's going to be eye-opener. I'm looking for the drama. This platform of show, I already side-eye because I'm like, really, these people got to get married, engaged, live together, and they ain't never even met the people. But I root for love. I love shows. You already know. In 3 minutes, I'm getting ready to do Ready to Love. So I love the love reality shows. So I can't wait to watch the rest. Inga, you say you just want to see the halftime show. Me too. I got me a Mary J. Blige sweatshirt. That's what I'm wearing to my little Super Bowl party tomorrow. Because I'm only here to see Mary on the stage. But I am going to watch the game. I hope it's a good game. But I really don't care who wins. So, but that's it, you all. I'm about to hop off, take me a couple of sips of Stella Rose, and then I'm going to hop back in to get into Ready to Love, which is going to start at 5 o'clock. At 5:30, I'm just going to do a quick rant. I just got to get some stuff off of my chest about Drag Race. And then at 6 o'clock, Celebrity Big Brother. And I've been waiting to talk Celebrity Big Brother for a long time. So I can't wait to talk to you all. I don't care about the Super Bowl. I do care about the Super Bowl. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna watch the game, but I'm here for the halftime show. I heard it's gonna be an amazing show. If you like West Coast rap, Dre, Snoop, Kendrick, it's gonna be a good show. Oh, y'all barbecuing as well? We barbecuing too. Yep, he already defrosting the ribs and everything right now. So this was fun. I will see you all in a few minutes. I hope you could join the rest of the lives. If not, watch them on the repeat. Like this video. Subscribe if it's your first time. We usually have a good time with Love is Blind. So go ahead and subscribe. We're going to have a good time. And I'll see you all later in a few minutes. Bye.